Donald Trump is facing pushback on his executive orders. There were some surprising snubs in the Oscar nominations. And America's newest pandas make their public debut today. That's some of what we'll get to on the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn, in for Hannah Jewell. It's Friday, January 24th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. A federal judge has temporarily blocked President Trump's birthright citizenship order. On Monday, shortly after his inauguration, Trump signed dozens of executive orders. One of them was aimed at ending birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants and foreign visitors. But yesterday, a federal judge called this move from Trump blatantly unconstitutional and issued a 2-week restraining order. The decision came in response to a lawsuit brought by a coalition of states. It's part of a growing round of pushback against Trump's executive orders. Legal experts say some of Trump's moves are probably beyond the reach of the president's pen and could be tied up in courts for years. Yesterday, Trump signed another high-profile order. He moved to declassify records on the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, former U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. Here's the moment in the Oval Office when Trump signed the order.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed.
Trump said he wants the JFK files to be released within 15 days. Elon Musk's business conflicts are drawing scrutiny. That's number 2. Musk is the world's richest person, and he's actively working in the White House as a key advisor without having stepped aside from his roles at Tesla and SpaceX. It's a highly unusual arrangement, and it's sparked concerns. Musk's wealth has already surged after pouring $277 million toward the election of Donald Trump. His net worth has increased by $170 billion since Election Day, and Wall Street expects his businesses to gain even more from the new Trump presidency. Musk has already signaled that his Doge group could target agencies that have been a thorn in the side of his companies. Meanwhile, scores of Reddit communities have banned the posting of links from Musk's social media platform X this week. It's in response to Musk's hand gesture on Monday, which some interpreted as a Nazi-style salute. Number 3, an aide to House Speaker Mike Johnson advised against a subpoena over concerns about lawmakers' sexual texts. This is an exclusive story from The Post. Last June, an aide to the House Speaker reached out to Republican colleagues. The aide discouraged Republicans from subpoenaing former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson as part of their investigation into the January 6th attack. Hutchinson was elevated to national prominence in 2022 when she testified that Trump had wanted an armed mob to march to the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Republicans considered subpoenaing her last year, but they were advised against it, partly to prevent the release of sexually explicit texts that lawmakers sent Hutchinson. According to our report, a Johnson aide warned that a subpoena could expose, quote, sexual texts from members who were trying to engage in sexual favors. New fires keep sparking across the Los Angeles region. That's number 4. Crews are still battling the large Hughes fire north of Los Angeles. It continued to rage yesterday after explosive growth Wednesday. As of late yesterday afternoon, it was only 36% contained. In Ventura County, the Laguna fire rapidly spread across 50 acres before crews stopped its progress yesterday morning. And the Sepulveda fire, sparked along Interstate 405, was also quickly halted. Today, President Trump is expected to visit Los Angeles. Earlier this week, he threatened to withhold federal aid for the region unless California leaders change the state's approach on its management of water.
Bingo.
Number 5. The musical Emilia Perez led the pack in the Oscar nominations. Emilia Perez, which is about a Mexican drug lord who changes gender, got 13 nods in yesterday's announcement. It was followed by another hit musical, Wicked, and The Brutalist, which got 10 each. There were some big individual nominations. Demi Moore got the first Oscar nomination of her career for her role in The Substance. And there were also some pretty big surprises. 2 favorites, A Real Pain and Sing Sing, missed out on Best Picture nods. And The Apprentice, a dramatization of Donald Trump's early days, did surprisingly well. If you want to dig deeper, our newsletter has you covered. You can find the full nominations list, all the biggest snubs, and a list of where to stream every nominated movie. Just follow the link in our show notes. Four NFL teams are just one win from the Super Bowl. That's number 6. By the time you tune back into the 7 on Monday morning, the Super Bowl matchup will be set. On Sunday, 2 conference championship games will decide who is going to Super Bowl 59 on February 9th in New Orleans. First up, in the NFC, the Washington Commanders will take on the Eagles in Philadelphia. It's the Commanders' first NFC title game since the 1991 season, when they went on to win Super Bowl 26. But they're the underdogs in their 3rd game this season against their NFC East rival. The game kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern. In the AFC, the Buffalo Bills will play the Chiefs in Kansas City. It gives Josh Allen and the Bills another chance to end Kansas City's run of NFL dominance. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have won the past 2 Super Bowls. That game will get going at 6:30 p.m. And at number 7, DC's new giant pandas go on display to the general public today. Bao Li and Qing Bao arrived at the National Zoo from China last fall. Since then, they've been busy preparing for their debut. According to zookeepers, that training has mainly involved them eating a lot of snacks. Sounds like a good time to me. It's going to be a big event. Dozens of reporters from 30 news outlets will be there. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser is expected, and there will be crowds and crowds of people eager for a glimpse of the fuzzballs. If you can't make it, you can still join in with the celebration. This morning, the National Zoo's phenomenally popular Panda Cam is relaunching. So if you want to see Bao Li and Qing Bao, head to the zoo's website. That's the show for this week. The assistant producer of The 7 is Taylor White. The staff writers are Jamie Ross and Hannah Jewell. John Taylor is our editor. Additional editing by me, Christina Quinn. Copy editing by Melissa No and Thomas Haliba. Mixing and sound design is by Jim Briggs and Justin Garish. Our theme music is by Edith Mudge. Renita Jablonski is our director of audio. And special thanks to Rennie Svirnovsky for her help this week. I'm Christina Quinn. Thanks for listening and have a great weekend. We'll meet you back here on Monday.